What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Path of the Network Marketer. It is day 34. Yeah, day 34. Wow, it's going by quick. 34, episode 34. So we're continuing our discussion on how influencers generate income on social media. We talked about yesterday. The two that we talked about was self-promotion, and whether you have your own products or services or whatever goods that you might be promoting. The second one was affiliate programs, which really anybody can participate in at very little to no risk for either parties. Today, we're going to talk about, okay, so the next one would be sponsorships and endorsements and partnership deals. And this is more on like really, really large scale, right? Like I'm talking about like if you have an athlete, I follow a lot of athletes actually. I follow a lot of Olympians who have endorsement deals, right? Whether it's like an energy drink, I see energy drinks a lot. Like there's still a huge market for energy drinks, and I see a lot of influencers promoting energy drinks. Under Armour is a big promoter. Sorry, I was going to talk about athletes. That's a big one, right? So what this model looks like is, yeah, if you have a huge following, and this generally is limited to individuals or accounts that have massive followings, right? These are like your macro, your big influencers. These influencers are very attractive to companies to partner up with, and basically they become brand representatives, right? Again, if you look at the example of Under Armour, sponsoring an athlete, whatever term that they agree on, that athlete is going to get paid to promote and be a brand ambassador for Under Armour. And so generally it's a contractual deal. There's a term and a time frame that you have to agree to. And again, generally it's reserved for people with massive followings, right? That's really not going to apply to the smaller influencers or micro influencers, as I'm hearing that term more and more nowadays, right? So it's out there. If you can build your influence and your audience, your followers on social media to massive amounts, then why not? Why not try to go for it? See what gets thrown at you. I follow a lot of dancers actually, and there's some dancers in like million plus followers, and they get sponsorship deals because they have the numbers. They have the numbers to leverage that. So yeah, if that's what you want to aim for, go for it by all means, man. Like there's no right or wrong about it. It's just a matter of how high you want to shoot, right? How high you want to shoot. Okay, so the next one is promoted post, paid post, or sponsorship post. Like this is a little bit like a lower, a smaller scale from the sponsorships and the partnership deals, where your social feed, if you have a good amount of following, and let's say, I don't know exact numbers, what qualifies a micro influencer versus a macro influencer, but let's just say on average from anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000, let's say, you're not necessarily going to get those big Nike deals and all that stuff, those sponsorships. So but you can still leverage your following, you can still leverage your social media presence because you do have a good amount of followers. And so what that will look like, it's kind of the way I kind of conceptualize it, it's like ad space, right? Like brands and companies will pay you to promote their products or services in your post, right? Like let's say they'll purchase one post. It's almost like buying ad space, and so you're selling ad space, and which in the form of your social feed, to promote whatever goods or services that company happens to have. So that I've seen more of that happening than anything else, because again, you have your kind of micro to medium level influencers that really they make a great living being able to kind of sell promoted posts and things like that to companies that are interested in leveraging their audiences. So yeah, those are the ways. Again, it's self-promoting your own products or services or goods, affiliate programs. Number 3 is endorsement deals or sponsorships, those big deals, and then of course number 4 is those promoted posts or paid posts, right? Where your social feed, your social media influence is more like ad space for those companies. All right, so tomorrow we're going to continue this conversation. That's kind of where that ecosystem is. And so the conversation for the rest of us, for this show, since it is a network marketing show, is how does that all play into our businesses, and what does that all mean for us as network marketers? So we're going to continue that conversation in tomorrow's episode, so do not miss it. Until then, be well, be safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.